Lucy panicked. Cold sweat streaked her flawless makeup all over her face. She insisted it had to be a system error. Too many people checking scores must have crashed it. She kept refreshing the page like crazy, almost jabbing a hole through the screen. Once, twice, 3 times. That damn 751 was still nailed to the total score column. Someone suggested trying another phone. Maybe it was just a cache issue. Lucy grabbed someone else's phone like it was her last lifeline, but the result was still 751. That one extra point hit her like a massive slap across the face. Just then, the banquet hall doors opened, and several police officers and education officials walked in with serious faces. The staff member in charge looked around and asked in a deep voice, "Who is Lucy?" The Education Examination Authority detected an extremely abnormal score, possibly involving system attacks or major cheating. Please come with us for questioning. Lucy's legs gave out from fear, and she collapsed to the floor, her face pale as a ghost. Her parents panicked too, but their first reaction wasn't to comfort her. It was to find a scapegoat. In the chaos, her mother actually shoved me forward, pointed at me, and yelled at the top of her lungs, "He did it! He must have been jealous of his sister and hacked into the system to change the score. Officers, arrest him. This has nothing to do with my daughter." Here we go again. These were my parents, always ready to throw me under the bus at the critical moment. No matter how ridiculous the excuse was, no matter how little sense it made, as long as their precious daughter was safe, sacrificing me meant nothing. My heart finally went completely cold, and somehow I felt lighter than ever. I shook off my mother's hand and stared coldly at this bunch of clowns. I'm not a hacker. I'm Jack, the top science scorer in the province. Lucy is over there. She's the one who scored the human miracle of 751. My father rushed at me in rage, trying to slap me. I grabbed his wrist, and the look in my eyes made him freeze. Try touching me. The education officials are right behind me. Right now, Tsinghua and Peking University both want me, and the media is fighting to cover me. Go ahead, try it. From that moment on, no one in this family could control me anymore, and no one could bully me again. This coming-of-age party, which was supposed to be a show-off event, turned into a total mess. Lucy was taken away for questioning, leaving chaos behind. There was no way to cover it up. A 751 on the college entrance exam blew up online and hit the trending list that night. The whole internet was watching the drama unfold. Some people said she got too greedy, like she bought the score and went way overboard. Others said, if you're going to cheat, at least use your brain. The full score is 750 and you got 751. Are you insulting the graders or the system? Someone dug up Lucy's social media and found that she had spent the past 6 months eating, drinking, and partying, barely studying at all. Public opinion turned completely against Lucy. Everyone believed she had pulled strings to change her score, but accidentally changed it too high. I scrolled through the comments, feeling a kind of satisfaction I couldn't describe. 18 years. I had waited 18 years for this moment. At last, everyone saw the truth. The investigation results came out quickly. Lucy's answer sheet had an abnormality. For some reason, her multiple choice section had been scanned with 1 extra point, causing her total score to overflow. Although there was no direct evidence proving she had altered the answer sheet, the Education Bureau decided to use a backup exam and make her retake it alone. When the news reached home, Lucy was lying on the couch scrolling through her phone. When she heard she had to retake the exam, she jumped up, her face turning deathly pale. Lucy insisted her score had to be some kind of system error. Her father sat there with a dark face, snapping at her to keep it down because the neighbors could hear. Her mother was pacing around anxiously, comforting Lucy while trying to figure out what to do. "Lucy, don't panic. If you have to retake it, then retake it. You're so smart, you'll be fine." But Lucy acted like she had completely lost it, throwing a tantrum and crying that I had to take it with her. "I won't take it without my brother. Make him go with me. I want him sitting next to me." She rushed over and grabbed my arm, her nails digging into my skin, her eyes red and terrifying. "Jack, you have to take the test with me. Do you hear me?" I shook off her hand and said coldly, "I've already taken it. Why would I retake it with you?" Lucy froze. The way she looked at me was full of disbelief, like she had never imagined I would refuse her. Mom immediately rushed over to take her side, saying, "Jack, what's with that attitude? Your sister is already like this. Can't you help her?" "Jack, this is about our whole family's reputation. What's the big deal if you take it with Lucy just once?" I looked at them and found it both ridiculous and pathetic. What family reputation? That was Lucy's reputation. It had never had anything to do with me. I said I refused, then turned around, went back to my room, and locked the door, ignoring all the knocking and yelling outside. Of course, that ridiculous request was rejected by the Education Bureau. In the end, Lucy had to retake the exam alone under full supervision. The exam was held in a meeting room at the City Education Bureau, with security cameras running 24/7. 3 proctors watched her the whole time, afraid she might try something again. And just as expected, she bombed it. Her retake score was 157. That was even lower than what she usually got by guessing. She only had a 300-point foundation to begin with, and for the past 6 months, she'd been busy dating, dreaming about being number 1, and hadn't even opened a book. The day the score came out, I was moving bricks at a construction site when I got a message from a classmate. He said Lucy scored 157 on the retake. I froze for a second, then laughed so hard I squatted on the ground and couldn't get up for a while. My coworker thought I had heat stroke and handed me water. I waved him off and said I was fine, just too happy. That retake completely exposed her. First there was 751, then 157. The huge contrast made the internet explode. The comments online were better than the last. Someone said, "Ha ha ha, 157. Now that's her real level." Someone else said, "This confirms it. That previous 751 was definitely cheating." Someone even made a meme putting 751 and 157 side by side, with the caption, "From heaven to hell in just one retake." Lucy couldn't handle the online backlash, so she tried posting her report cards from before senior year to prove herself. But the internet dug everything up. Her sudden, bizarre improvement during senior year stood out, while before that, she had always been stuck around 300. That made everyone even more convinced she had been cheating since senior year. At the same time, people dug up my transcripts too. From elementary school to high school, every major exam score was pulled out. I had stayed in the top 3 since I was little. Now that was a real straight A student, steady as ever. Someone commented, "Are they really siblings? How is the gap this big?" Someone else said one scored 750, and the other isn't even good enough for 250. Reading those comments, I had mixed feelings. I used to think good grades would earn my parents' approval. But later I realized that no matter how high I scored, in their eyes, I would never compare to Lucy. Because what they needed wasn't an outstanding son. They needed a backup plan for their daughter. The teachers and classmates who used to praise Lucy now avoided her like the plague, and even my parents got pointed at whenever they went out. The neighbors talked behind their backs, saying Lucy turned out to be useless, tricking everyone for years by cheating. What a total embarrassment. During that time, Lucy hid in her room and didn't dare see anyone, like a rat crossing the street. The curtains were shut tight, and even her meals were left at the door by Mom. She refused to see anyone. Meanwhile, I took my admission letter from Qingbei Medical School, packed my bags, and went back to my hometown to stay with Grandpa. I thought once school started at the end of August, I would finally be completely free.
Don't forget, like and subscribe my channel for part 3. If you don't watch part 1, you can watch here and other similar video.
Thanks for watching.